On this week's episode of Roundabout U, Murray State welcomes its newest racer and his mom.
We'll also learn how the university is helping keep its employees healthy.
Students gather at the Curris Center to make connections for their future.
And finally, we'll find out what it takes to be racer proud.
I'm Brianna Sill.
And I'm Shelby Sisson. Welcome to Roundabout U. Murray State University welcomes a new foal into the fold.
Let's take a trip to the Equine Center to meet the newest addition to the racer family. Meet Lady. She was donated to Murray State after being a show jumper. After a couple of years on the farm, it was decided to breed her. Lady's most recent milestone is giving birth to Murray State's first warm blood foal.
So this is our first foal to kind of take a step into the future and go on a new playing ground for Murray State. This foal should be very valuable, and we plan to help get the students involved in advertising the foal and adding value. It's going to get Murray State on a different platform.
The breeding of Lady marked the first time the Equine Center used a frozen sample to inseminate a mare.
For frozen semen, you have to be a little bit more crucial with your timing. So students and I were out here at 9 o'clock at night, and we would haul the brood mare to the vet to check and see if she was ready to be inseminated. Then we would have to haul back at 6 o'clock in the morning. They were able to see kind of a more real-life approach to breeding, and we were also able to work with Virginia Tech University and work with them, and that's where the stallion is.
Breeding Lady required the work of many individuals, including Murray State students at the Equine Center. The hands-on work students do, not only prior to the foal's birth, but also after, help ensure both mother and foal remain healthy.
Before, we're hoping the foal's born and healthy, and there's a lot of precautions we take to make sure that happens.
A lady gets fresh hay and water throughout the day, and she's fed mornings and evenings. She's let out to pasture to graze every single day whenever the weather permits. And we pH check her and take care of her and make sure that everything's going well. Also clean out her stall, put fresh shavings in or straw.
Lady is a very unique horse. She has a lot of personality, and she really does love being around people and all of us. She knows when you're going to feed her for sure.
But now the foal's here, it's kind of like a sigh of relief. He's beautiful, healthy, running around, and it's just a different dynamic.
We'll go on with breaking the foal to lead. The foal will need to be handled daily, and then there will be an inspection in July that the students will also be involved with helping me prep the mare and foal to go to. They will be inspected versus the breed standard, and they will be graded on that breed standard.
Working with the mother and foal, along with other opportunities at the Equine Center, provides us a unique opportunity for students wanting to pursue careers in the industry.
This is the first time I've ever really dealt with reproduction in the equine industry, and so it's a huge learning experience for me. I've actually got a lot out of it, and I'm hoping to do more with that as I continue in the equine program.
Congratulations to the Murray State Equine Center on the historical milestone and for bringing another horse into the racer family.
Any way possible for students to use the skills they have learned through Murray State to make an impact on someone's life is a positive thing. Students who are a part of the Exercise Science Club have been using their skills to help make a difference in the lives of children through the Young Athletes program.
This is the Young Athletes program, and we have been doing this the past, I believe, 6 weeks, and this is partnered by the Special Olympics. So children ages, I believe, 2 to 7 who aren't eligible for Special Olympics yet, because Special Olympics starts at 8, they come and we work on fine motor and gross motor skills with them, even though they really don't realize it because we incorporate a lot of fun activities into it. And it's just a good chance for them to get out and be physically active and, be interested in participating in Special Olympic sports when they get that age.
Club members set up different stations to help the kids have fun while getting them physically active.
You got a station where you can kind of focus on balance. You're trying to stay on certain stepping stones. There's a little tunnel where they crawl. We've got this one where they'll sit on a blanket and we'll just kind of like pull them around, and it sounds kind of maybe a little silly, but it's actually like when they're trying to sit up, they're stabilizing their core. And so there's a bunch of different little ones, and you know, none of them are going to be difficult for them, but it's all an effort just to help their overall physical health and getting them physically active.
The Young Athletes program is a newer program on campus, and the turnout continues to grow.
I think the turnout has been very good compared to last year. We've really worked with the Special Olympics coordinator in Murray, and she's been really good about getting the word out. As far as student participation from Murray State, I think we've all been really impressed about the turnout, not only from people in the exercise science department, but just people who love children and want to come help.
But no matter the turnout, club members love being able to have a positive impact on the lives of the kids.
The social interaction is definitely very important, but a lot of these kids have functional disabilities, and we just try to make them realize that they're no different from anyone without a functional disability, and they can do anything and everything that another child can. And to see their faces light up when they do small things that maybe aren't a big deal to a child without that impairment, it's awesome. It's awesome.
Events like these also give the members of the club beneficial experience in using the things they have learned in their classes in a real-life setting.
In our classes, we don't really talk about the difference between maybe someone who has a disability and someone who doesn't. And so it's good to kind of see hands-on those the differences in the social interactions and the functional movement.
I think the opportunity to get to apply some of the knowledge that we have, that we get in the program, and the program is awesome. You learn so much in it, but the opportunity to apply it, to kind of even just for yourself to not be so immersed in the books and the studying, but to be able to be active and kind of see what you can do in this type of field and see the benefit of it and the impact it can have on people like these kids here is awesome, and a great way to grow in the program.
Murray State University is proud of the positive environment on campus between its university community, faculty, staff, and students. Racer Proud pins are given to faculty and staff who go above and beyond to help students succeed. Murray State University President Dr. Bob Davies helped start the program here at Murray State, and he is in the studio with us today. President Davies, thank you so much for joining us.
Well, thank you, Brian. I'm very glad to be here.
So can you tell us a little bit about the Racer Proud program?
This idea kind of grew out of several discussions I've had with faculty and staff. But what started it was that there is, when you think about Murray State, when you ask people to describe Murray State, what are some of the adjectives and what are some of the descriptors that they will have? And at every single level, at the top, it's being student-centered and doing things for our students. And so as we kind of talked about that, many individuals said, you know, we do this on a day-to-day basis. It would be fun or good to acknowledge those individuals on the spot who are doing something that is for the student and something that goes above and beyond. And so we started this, talking about different ideas and whatnot. And so we came up with a fairly inexpensive way to acknowledge individuals who go above and beyond and help the students. And that's the Racer Proud pin. It is a simple pin. It's simple in design, but distinctive enough that really hopefully will catch on. And as individuals go out and do great things, they'll have 1, 2, 3, or multiple pins. And then the idea too is as they see individuals do good things for students and for the university, for them to pass on that pin. So we bought a modest amount, $2,500 or thereabouts, just to start the program and to see it grow. It's been fun to watch these pins go across the campus. I awarded one of the first ones to the transportation team. A student had a flat tire up in the parking lot and was desperate to get someplace, and she couldn't change it. She didn't have the right wrench and everything else. And so the transportation team went up there and helped her change the tire and got her going, and we gave them a pin for that. They in turn gave the pin to an individual who was transporting international students back and forth between the Nashville Airport and Murray State. And one of the things that because of liability we can't take parents. And so what he did is he brought the students back, got in his own car, went and picked the parents up, and then brought them back. And so he got a pin, and then he awarded to another individual, and that pin has gone on to many different iterations. So again, it's just about a way for our community, our faculty and staff to acknowledge their colleagues when they do something pretty special for a student. And I've also noticed too that sometimes it's gone to some community members who have done things for our students as well, and they too have been passing it around. So again, it's just an opportunity for us to acknowledge who we are, being very student-centered, and in a external way, motivate individuals and thank them for doing great work.
Yeah, absolutely. It sounds like a real morale booster.
Yeah, it's a morale booster, as you said, and again, to acknowledge individuals for doing the great work that they always do.
What other instances can someone do to get a pin that hasn't already been done?
Well, they could do all sorts of fun things. I know a pin was given out to a BST who went out of his way to shovel sidewalks for some students who were in a snowstorm, and they were in scooters and were disabled, so they went out of his way to do that. A faculty member received one for staying after and talking to a student on a Saturday afternoon. Another colleague saw him do that, and this faculty member came in, and so that was another example. A faculty member took two students out to lunch, and one of our colleagues saw him and gave him a pin for that. So there's all sorts of different types of things. We purposely didn't say it's got to be this, that, or the other. It is those genuine, more often than not, spontaneous acts of doing something for a student. And I also have to say, we started off with the student side, but we've also seen staff give it to other staff members for helping them out, and faculty to other faculty, or faculty to staff, or whoever the case may be. Again, just helping people, those spontaneous acts of kindness.
So can it be reversed? Can a student give it to a faculty member?
Absolutely, and we've seen that. We've seen students, I've had a couple students come up to me every once in a while and ask, hey, can I give a pin? This faculty member just gave me a great idea on a research topic, and I just want to give them to say thank you. And sure, absolutely, we give those pins out. The idea is not to hoard those pins. The idea is to give them out to as many people as possible.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today.
Well, thank you, Brianna. I really appreciate all that you do. And of course, we gave you a racer pin for all the things that you do in helping students through the Roundup and informing students and keeping them engaged. So again, thank you very much, and I hope you wear that pin with pride. But as you see a faculty member, as you see a staff member, or you see a fellow student do a random act of kindness, make sure you give it to them as well.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
One of the more cherished traditions at Murray State is the shoe tree. No one knows when the first shoe was nailed to it, but since that day, MSU couples have been marking their love by nailing a shoe to the tree with their wedding date.
My name's Marshall Smith, and this is my wife, Dana Smith. We currently live in Maryville, Tennessee.
We met my freshman year, his sophomore year. We both lived in Hester, and he was the sports guy.
The athletic director?
Yeah.
I was the athletic director.
And so he was at all the meetings, and
I happened to catch wind that she was a golfer, and I myself am a golfer.
well, I didn't like him. I mean, we're friends, but I didn't like him at the time. I had a boyfriend at home. I didn't need him.
True. She always said I was a good dresser, though.
We just kind of kept hanging out in the same friend groups, and then eventually, I guess we kind of started liking each other.
Yeah, I eventually.
He liked me first.
I eventually got her to buy in. So once she did that, it was all downhill from there. We spent a lot of time in each other's department of learning. So I was engineering, and she was
in car health with
car health
exercise science.
So we would spend a lot of.
I didn't know where you were going with that. I thought you were going to say dorm rooms.
We would spend a lot of time there, and I was really big in intramurals, so she followed me and
he dragged me to his games. We ate a lot of lovely dinners at Winslow.
We did. We were big fans of Winslow. Even we lived in the dorms for 4 years, so
and midnight breakfast.
Yeah.
Then he proposed at Patty's.
And it was in the gazebo. the same place I told her I loved her.
It was exciting.
Yeah, it was very exciting.
We also took our engagement pictures on campus. We had snow one day, and we had snow for a while, but it had finally gotten sunny, and it was our senior year, and so I was at my internship, and it was really sunny. I was like, so I got permission to leave my internship because I was like, I have the perfect opportunity to take pictures on campus with the snow and the sun.
The shoe tree stands as a remembering point for ones that came before you, and for me, I've actually had 3 generations of family members graduate from Murray State. Both my grandparents met and graduated here. My mom and dad met and graduated from here, and now we met and graduated from here. So naturally, we just we had to put our shoes on the shoe tree. Hopefully, it's something you can come back to in the future and see those shoes and remember. Oh, you remember that when we put that up? And oh man, we were so skinny back then. Oh gosh, that was great. So hopefully, in the future, when we do have kids, we'll try to get them back here as much as possible. I've heard take them. Let them enjoy the campus. Let them see what it was that brought you guys excitement in college, and maybe the 4th generation of Smiths could and Hurleys can make their way back to Murray.
Murray State University's Racer Wellness Program encourages, supports, and assists employees to be proactive in their overall well-being. To do this, regular health fairs are set up on campus for easy access to general health screenings. A service exclusive to Murray State's faculty, staff, and spouses, free of charge, had booths and volunteers at hand to educate on how to live a healthier life with ways to prevent illnesses. Members from Murray State's Human Resources Department encourage them to attend these events to take advantage and benefit from the services provided.
We want to offer our employees, one, we want them to have this extra benefit. We want them to be healthy, happy employees. We want to give them everything they can at work to succeed. And we also have to be very aware of our health insurance cost and do anything that we can to keep those, especially the preventative type things. We have to do anything we can to help keep those costs down.
Each fair is sponsored by a different hospital in the area. Lourdes Hospital provided a wide range of medical screenings at this fair.
One thing that a lot of employees want to do is blood work, so they can get screened their total cholesterol and blood glucose. They can receive an EKG. There's a vascular health screening happening this time. They can do their BMI, they can do blood pressure, they can get information from the Kentucky Cancer Program, the Employee Wellness Program, the Wellness Center on campus, things like that.
For about 8 years, associates have consistently attended this event and rely on the services the volunteers can provide, with appreciation of it being available conveniently on campus.
And I see quite a few the same people over and over, so I know that the ones who attend it all the time are the health conscious, and they want to know and keep up with what they've got going on. And it saves in having to go to your doctor.
The health fair is an event that all Murray State community members should attend to maintain your health and to be educated to prevent future misfortunes.
As students advance in their college experience, they begin to look forward to potential careers after graduating. While it's always important to seek out opportunities for employment, sometimes the opportunities come to you. Murray State's Career Services held a career fair for all majors, and many students and companies alike took advantage of the opportunity.
So that's what we offer to our students with a career fair, is that they have home court advantage, and they're getting to meet with employers who proactively paid to be here, drove across the crazy LBL bridges to be here, and want to meet with them. That's what they do for a living.
The fair spanned multiple days and saw 119 companies present to network with students. The companies were looking to fill positions with Murray State graduates, and were even looking to offer internships to those still in school.
Right now we're recruiting for interns as well, and I've had a lot of resumes for interns, so I think that we're going to have our work cut out for us, just dwindling down to the openings that we have.
The career fair also showed students that there are more opportunities out there than you might think.
I've actually got to meet and make contacts with a large number of companies that some of them I'd never even heard of before. But through the interpersonal communications with them, I've been able to find out what it is that they do and what they offer.
By attending the career fair, students were able to network with many companies from within the region and even some companies that traveled to Murray State from all over the nation. For some employers, Murray State is a huge draw due to student experience upon graduating.
We absolutely love Murray State. We love that the students are always well prepared after graduation, and it's something that we focus on. Out of college, we want to hire the experts in what we believe we are looking for our field.
While some students may not leave the fair with a job or an internship, it is important to gain the experience of networking with companies and practice the skills that are necessary when it comes time to begin the job search.
It gives them the opportunity to, if nothing else, practice. Because one of the most difficult things that they do during their job search is that job interview. And this gives them the opportunity to get into an interchange with the employer, see what kinds of questions they're going to ask, what type of information they need to know, what type of research they need to do on the employer. And so it is a good thing to go through in order to learn what to expect when you're looking for that job.
Murray State has a reputation of preparing students to enter the workforce, and it is important to take note that sometimes if you put in the work, opportunities will find their way to your doorstep. As we leave you today, we take you to the studios of WKMS 91.3 FM for a live lunch performance.
Don't forget to check us out on the web at roundaboutu.com.
Or follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. I'm Brianna Sill.
And I'm Shelby Sisson. Thanks for watching Roundabout U.